Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. So this morning we are going to discuss an excellent topic, that is on religion. The topic of discussion is for today is on religion could not spiritualize the mankind. So we know the religion, we know spiritualism, we know the mankind. Three things are actually here in this sentence, in this topic. Religion could not spiritualize the mankind. So mankind, it is there. Religion is there, but it could not spiritualize. That is the problem. That is the lacuna. That is the problem with the religion. We know religion. It is a vast process. It is also eternal process. From the time immemorial, we can see the presence of religion. Of course, it has saved a number of souls. It has spreaded whenever actually dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavam yuge yuge. And that was Sri Aurobindo quotes in Gita, the famous Gita, Srimad Bhagavata Gita. The purpose of his arrival and the purpose of his taking incarnation, Sri Krishna has expressed before Arjuna very clearly. Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavam yuge yuge. I manifest a yuga after a yuga for the proper this manifestation of the religion. But thing is that how much we have proceeded, how much we have succeeded, it is there. It has saved a number of souls, no doubt of it. When it has actually saved the world from getting fallen into the abyss, it is there. So many worshippers worshipped angels, they have come. So many gurus have come. So many angels are there. You can find number of examples like Buddha, Shankara, you can Jesus, Muhammad, many things. And of course in Hindu mythology you can see that the Dasavatar, Rama, Krishna and all, many ways you can see. Even some philosophers like Socrates and all, you can see that Jain, Buddha, Jain, you can see. Now their examples and their of course great names are there, they are existing, but what is the result we can see? Already something has been done. It has of course saved mankind from the befallen state. When actually this dangerous world, actually people have come and showed little bit of divine light. It is okay, but actually we are still confined to the religion, that is the teaching of the past. Actually, in the past, the religion was existing, but here, right now, that is very difficult to canalize, to spiritualize the mankind. The thing is that the religion could not spiritualize the mankind. That is what. But initially, we know in religion, three things we find normally. Number one is actually adoration. Second one is actually surrender. Third one is devotion. That is also taken in wholeheartedly, and of course, it has been blossomed in different colors and different ways in spiritualism. But thing is that spiritualism, it has expanded a lot. But thing is that people are almost confined to the religious teachings, religious this circle. They are almost confined. They where they are, and of course, they are not in a position to change the ideology. Anyway, so here you can see there in the religion you can find something like narrow-mindedness, narrowness, ego, that is actually on changelessness. These are the things. They are actually, of course, they are staying in the ignorance, staying on the mental principles, dogmas. So these are the things. Almost this world is confined, human race is confined, bearing a little. So these people who have come out of this burden of these confines of the religion and all, so they find there is a greater truth, that is greater spiritualism. They proceed. So now itself we are going to rewrite something from mother's teachings on religion. Then of course we will proceed forward towards Sri Aurobindo. Mother beautifully quotes on religion. God gives himself to his own, to his whole creation. Entire creation, that is the entire world, is the seraglio of the divine. So entire creation, it has been created by the divine. So God, what he gives himself to his whole creation. Like what is the problem? Like sun spreads light and heat to the entire world. So it has nothing to hide, nothing to make any separation or distinctiveness, because it is giving. But problem is no one religion holds the monopoly of His grace. So you can say this is our monopoly, that we have taken the distributorship or dealership, you can say, because it is nobody's, it holds, no religion holds the monopoly of his grace. So you must come out of these burdens and of course these confines of religion to see this grace is actual, it has spread all over and nobody can claim the sole monopoly of its the divine grace. Again, beautiful mother course, instead of excluding each other, what is the fundamental feeling? Exclude each other because he is Christian, he is Muslim, he is Buddha, he is Jaina, he is Hindu. So if they will be left up outside. No, it is nothing like this. So what should be the motto and object of the religion? Instead of excluding each other, religion ought to complete each other. News, we should not divide, we should not make it incomplete. Rather than making incomplete or rather excluding something, you must unify, you must complete. That must be the fundamentalism, the rule of regulation. Again, after the religion, one more point is coming, that is on spiritualism. What is the spiritualism? What is it? The spiritual spirit is not contrary to the religious feeling. Religious feeling, we can already we have discussed. Three things are there you can find while of course this is the more fundamental concept of the spiritualism, religion rather. But thing is that that is not also properly passed. That is, three things are adoration, number one, number two is devotion, number three is consecration. Of course, I don't know how far this consecration is progressing in that concept. Adoration is there, devotion is there, it is there. Something you find anyhow to some extent consecration. But actually, spiritualism, it also contexts these three things, and after that, it spreads a long away from these three. So, but what is wrong in a religious? It is there because this adoration, devotion, and consecration, it is there. But actually, what is the problem? What is the loophole in this? That mind is clinging to one formula. Mind is clinging to its the formula of the exclusive truth. This is the mental phenomenon and it is concentrated around the exclusive truth. So what one has to do? One must always remember that the formulas are only mental expression of the truth, and this truth is always expressed in other ways. As we are feeling, this is the mental phenomenon, mental expression, of course, it can be expressed in many ways. It is not solely confined to the mental ways, mental phenomenon, mental process. It can be expressed, truth can be expressed in different formats. So, coming out of the confines of the mind or mental phenomenon, you have to find the, on so many ways are there, you have to concentrate upon. Again, there is a beautiful question that is been put forward by the mother, of course, answered by the mother also. So, why do men cling to the religion if it has got its loopholes? If it is actually standing on a blood-stained throne for the religion, many wars have been waged. Many destruction has been seen by the then society. There is actually hatred among the people. There is helplessness. There is narrowness. There is ego. All things are only destructive. Of course, we are taking. It is taking us down, deep down. Still, then there is a question: why then people cling to the religion? Religion is based on creeds. That is actually which are spiritual experiences brought down to the level where they become more easy to grasp. So it is actually, it is the blessing of the spiritual. It has been brought down to the level so that it can be easily grasped. But problem is that at the cost of the integral purity and the truth. Thing is that you have to follow it. You have to come out of the mental confines. You have to have the integral purity and the truth. But instead of all these things, actually now only bondage is there. So, Mother Courtier, this is this era of the religion. Time of religion is over. Then, if the religion, if not the religion, then what? Next question is spiritual. We have entered into the age of universal spirituality. Religion is confined and narrow, limited. But here we have entered into the era or time of or the age of universal spirituality. Spirituality that is universal. We have already entered, and the spiritual experience in its initial purity. Of course, why the initial purity? That inflow, that process is actually on the very initial period. Then mother quotes, so people, these three terms, consecration, devotion, adoration. So sometimes people, okay, this is with us, so there is no difference between already, because this is a mentally people are moving. They feel, okay, this religion and spiritualism, these are almost wholly way, one or same way, same. But mother differentiates in her own sharp tongue, divine mother actually differentiates. You must not confuse a religious teaching with a spiritual one. Must not confuse. That term is used. Must not confuse. Religious teaching belongs to the past and holds progress. It is a coming from the past experience and holds progress. But on the contrary, spiritual teaching belongs to the future and it illumines the consciousness. How it works? Your consciousness gets illumined and prepares it for the future realization. So, by illumining the consciousness and purifying, preparing the proper preparation for the future realization, consciousness must grow, get elevated, it must be transformed. Spiritual teaching above is above the religious. Religious is confined, very much limited. So, above, far above the religious teaching, spiritual teaching stands and strives towards a global truth, not of a regional truth, not of a confined or limited country or area. It strives towards a global truth. It teaches us to enter into the direct relationship with the divine. That is the glory, magnanimity of that is the greatness of the spirituality, of course. It tries to unite us with the divine without any via media or mediator or something else who is standing on the way. Maybe Padri, maybe a Brahmin, or maybe someone who is actually pushing people to come through him to reach to the divine. But actually, divine, there must not be any barrier, actually any wall between the divine and the man, because man is by nature is the son of God. He has got the right to become the divine. So why unnecessarily this mediator will stand? Then again we are going to quote something, few lines from Sri Aurobindo. Religion sat on a brave blood-stained throne. Again Sri Aurobindo quotes creeds. Actually, cults and creeds organize living death. We are living, but actually not living. We are almost dead. Organize prepares living death and slays the soul on the altar of a lie. There is only falsehood. There is only ignorance. There is only negations. Nothing. On the altar of a lie, actually, this soul is slain by the cults and the creeds. Again, religion. Actually, we have seen a rational religion dried the heart. You have to do this is the truth, there is no other go, you have to obey, these are the dried the heart, your heart is getting dried, you should not do it like this. These ladies, they must worship this way, they don't have the idea even to read Quran or Gita or Bible, they are not allowed to the temple to the worship and all, so the heart is dried up. Again, Sri Aurobindo quotes, each religion has helped mankind. There is no doubt of it. When we are getting befallen, we are falling into the pit, into the abyss. So the philosophers have come, so many people have come, like the Socrates, Buddha, Jain, even Dasavatar, Rama, your Krishna, and Jesus, Muhammad. They have gone, they have guided, everything is there. But actually, thing is that all religion have saved a number of souls, but yet to spiritualize the mankind. Mankind could never be spiritualized by this bigger process of there. Still, it is there. Buddhadev left. Still, you find what is the reason. This old age, this disease, this death, he found and left everything, even his loving child, wife, and all, beautiful wife. So, what happened later? Here also, same thing is existing in the society. Death is there, pain is there, desire is there. So religion have saved a number of souls, but none yet have been able to spiritualize the mankind. That is where the progress. It is confined. It has crossed a little bit, but thing is that it is confined to the religious dogmas, but could not spiritualize. If the religion is not universal, it can't be eternal. So it has to be universal. Everybody has to accept. There must not be any differentiation, any contrariety. Religion can best modify only the surface nature, inside, inner life, inwardness, can do, introverts. It is not the teaching of the religion. How much hatred and stupidity men succeed in picking up this decorously and labeling the religion. That is what not required. Popular religion is a sort of ignorant way of devotion.